guys, so I just got done filming my updated Ulta haul. If you guys want to check it out, I posted it last week and the link is right here as well as down below. But since I'm all ready to film and everything is set up, I figured, you know what, my empties basket is getting a little full. So obviously I'm going to let you know what I used up as well as give little reviews and let you know if I'm going to repurchase these items again. Looking in here, I actually have a lot of hair stuff like shampoo, conditioner, and then also a detangler, but I have some makeup and skincare stuff too. So let's go ahead and get started. Let's go ahead and start with the hair stuff because that is what's on top. The first thing that I have in here is the Redken All Soft Shampoo. I mean, as you can tell, I go through shampoo quicker than I do the conditioner. I've liked this shampoo for a really long time, and on here it does say that it provides softness for dry, brittle hair, and this does make my hair extremely, extremely soft. I've gone through quite a few bottles of this. I actually have a new bottle in my shower right now, so love, love, love this shampoo if you're looking for a high-end one. But speaking of that, I have another high-end one to tell you about. So this is the Living Proof Perfect Hair Day shampoo, and again, I only went through the shampoo, but this says hair feels cleaner longer, it is color safe and sulfate free, and it's for all hair types. I love this conditioner, what? I love this shampoo just because it is perfect for my hair type, I feel like. That Redken one, it does say that it's for dry, brittle hair, and lately I've been buying a ton of super moisturizing formulations. I think I'm doing that because I have naturally curly hair, which tends to be more dry, and then I just feel like lately my ends are super dry, so I've been buying all of these super hydration-packed formulations, and I actually feel like now that I'm realizing it, they're weighing down my hair. I also have very fine hair, so I just feel like that extra moisture isn't doing me any good, so I love this because it's just like the perfect middle ground. It says on here that it smooths, volumizes, conditions, strengthens, and polishes, and I feel like it does all of those things. I actually got this from my mom, I think, for like Christmas or something, and I had it in my shower and I used it a lot. I immediately loved it. And then I went through a stage where I was like trying a bunch of other things and I didn't reach for this for a super long time. And then just recently I picked it back up. I had about 2 uses left and I just couldn't believe I ever stopped using it. It just makes my hair incredibly soft, very, very manageable. Like my hair will go through stages where I just feel like nothing works. This brings it back to that point where I just feel like it looks amazing. And also it smells really good, so that's a plus too. So after I used this up, I had to immediately go out and get more. It is $25 for the shampoo and also $25 for the conditioner, but for me it is totally worth it. Speaking of that line, I also really like the dry shampoo from the Perfect Hair Day line, and this says it actually cleans hair, eliminates oil, sweat, and odor. I think I've actually featured like a lot of the travel size in these empties videos in the past, but yes, I finally went out and got the full size and I went through it so quick. Why does that always happen with dry shampoo? I actually also got my mom hooked on this. She was just telling me the other day how much she liked it. Unfortunately, this does leave a white cast on my darker hair, and I do have to be very mindful and careful about where I'm applying it. I never apply it right to my part line or like the one I wear just because I do have to massage this in and make sure I get rid of that white cast. It smells just like the shampoo, which I really enjoy, and I just feel like it does a very good job at making my hair feel and look cleaner without weighing it down or feeling like there's a ton of product in there. Sticking with hair stuff, I think this is actually the last thing. I did go through a whole bottle of my Healthy Sexy Hair Soy Tri-Wheat Leave-In Conditioner. For now, I literally feel like this is my detangler. Like right here, this. I will never stray. I found this because of YouTube, and I just feel like it is the perfect balance for my finer hair. I have used the It's a 10 and then other products as well that are just way too heavy and moisturizing for my hair, and they actually weigh my hair down. It's just the perfect balance because I've used the It's a 10 and then other ones that are just way too heavy for my finer hair. This does have a really nice conditioner feel, and I feel like it does a great, great job at detangling my fine, super tangly hair. So I just spray about 4 or 5 spritzes on the ends of my hair, like from my ears down, and then I comb everything out with my wet brush, which I've been loving, and obviously this all happens once I get out of the shower, but I just think it's amazing because it detangles without weighing me down, which is exactly what I need. And now that I think about it, my mom uses this too. I wonder why. Next up is more of a skincare item, and this is the Johnson's Baby Moisture Wash, and I love this, guys. If you have seen my, oh my gosh, what is it called? My skincare video. Why couldn't I think of that? I'll go ahead and link it up there because I just recently kind of did a skincare routine video where I use this product right here. So I've been using baby shampoo to cleanse my eye area for quite a while because I did before in the past struggle with dermatitis around my eyes, which was just really dry, flaky skin, and baby shampoo actually helps that. That was a little tip tip from the dermatologist. I'm not just making that up. So whenever I go to remove my makeup at night, I obviously use like a makeup towelette, or I get my mascara and stuff off for the most part, and then I just cleanse with this, and I love it because it doesn't sting my eyes, and it also keeps my dermatitis at bay. It's also very inexpensive, and I always make sure to have a bottle of this by my sink if I'm not taking a shower that night, but I also have one in my shower too. So definitely repurchasing this. I don't know what I would do without it. Next, a very quick mention of these simple cleansing facial wipes. These are my favorite. You guys know this. And lastly, for skincare, I have a bottle of the Aveeno Positively Radiant Daily Moisturizer with broad spectrum SPF 30. It has been a really long time since I used this. I was actually surprised to see it in here because I'm like, oh my gosh, I haven't used that for a really long time, but I remember loving this. Right now I'm actually using the CeraVe one because they recently reformulated it. It's their AM Facial Moisturizing Lotion, and now it does have broad spectrum SPF 30, which I'm really glad they did because for a long time it didn't have that broad spectrum protection, and I didn't even realize it, and I had been using it for years. But since they reformulated it, of course I wanted to try it, but I actually don't like it as much as I used to. It has more of like a sunscreeny feel, and even though I feel like it does well on my skin, I have always had this in the back of my mind. I'm like, as soon as I finish up that CeraVe one, I'm going back to this. There's something about this Aveeno smell that for me is just so calming. Like, it doesn't really smell like sunscreen to me. It just has a really clean, almost herbally smell, but I really like it. I also liked that this didn't have like that tacky sunscreen feel. That is one thing I do remember about this because my CeraVe one does have a little bit of that, and I just really liked how this soaked into my skin and how I could even wear it without makeup because it doesn't make me look super oily. And lastly, I have a little handful of makeup products to tell you guys about in no particular order. I'm actually gonna start with this Tarte Lights Camera Lashes mascara. Let me know if you guys feel the same way, but I just feel like this is a high-end mascara staple. Like, this Tarte Lights Camera Lashes I feel like works for a lot of different people. The brush is just one that, I mean, you really can't go wrong with, and the formula is really nice. I hadn't owned this in a really long time, and I think like it has been a while because this has been another thing that's been in this bin for quite some time, but I just decided to treat myself, get the full size, because I think I ended up getting a sample and I used it and I'm like, oh my gosh, I forgot how much I love this. But yeah, really nice higher end mascara. The brush is very traditional, has natural bristles that are kind of short, which I really enjoy. The formulation right now is looking very dry, but I don't remember it being super wet like as far as a new one goes. It just gives me really great volume, length, great staying power, and I mean, there's a reason why a lot of people love this. Am I gonna repurchase it? Probably not right now because I'm using a lot of other mascaras. I have quite a few. It's really embarrassing in my little kit that I keep on my vanity that I pull from every single day, so I don't feel like I need this, but it's always going to be one that I really like. Next is this chapstick, and this is the kind I always keep down at my vanity and I use while I'm getting ready. This is the Blistex 5-Star Lip Protection Chapstick, and as I'm reading that, I just realized it has broad spectrum SPF 30. That's pretty cool. So I already have a new one that I have been using down in my room because I just love this. It is super inexpensive for one. It's very nice and thick, but it's not like goopy on the lips. Like, this formulation is kind of, I don't want to say hard, but it's just one of those that leaves like the perfect amount of product on your lips. Since I found the Juicy Shakers, I actually use those some days and then this others, but I always use this when I'm going to apply a lipstick. So if I just want some really nice natural color and just some moisture and shine, I'll go for the Juicy Shakers, but if I know I'm going to be wearing a lipstick, this is my chapstick. The next thing that I used up is this L'Oreal Brow Stylist Definer Ultra Fine Tip Shaping Pencil in Brunette. And guys, like, I love this thing. Best brow product out there as far as these pencils go, for sure. I already have a new one. I have been using it. I actually had to track it down at Meijer because they were out of the brunette shade for a really long time, but I really like this because of the fine tip. I mean, as you can see, the color just goes on really nicely, but it's not too creamy, so it's actually gonna stay put. The tone of this brunette shade is perfect for my eyebrows. It also comes with a little spoolie on the other end, which I just find incredibly helpful, and for the price and for the drugstore, I think it is absolutely incredible. So this is definitely my go-to brow pencil, and it has been for quite some time now. And lastly, I have this Stylist Stay All Day Waterproof Liquid Eyeliner. This, guys, out of everything, is probably the thing that I've had the longest. Yeah, I've had this a long time. This is one of those things where I don't technically know if it's out because I just feel like it keeps going and going and going. But I've had this so long, I'm like, it has to be past its prime. As you can probably tell, I mean, the color on this is really great. It's nice and opaque and black. And I remember when I got this because I actually went and got this and then also the Kat Von D one because I was trying out some higher end felt tip liners. And on here, the tip is really, really nice. I like how skinny it is and how pointed it is too. I felt like when I used this, I could create a really nice sharp wing and it was super easy, which I really appreciate. And as far as this formula goes, I mean, on the back of my hand, it's looking pretty darn good. The thing I remember with this though, I hope I'm not wrong, but I feel like this wore off really quickly in my inner corners. So I did think it was a good liner, but just because it's high end, I don't feel like you need it. Like, I feel like there are other drugstore options out there, especially the Jordana FabuLiner, which is just a few dollars, and I think it's just as good. The Jordana one might not be as black, but I mean, seriously, like, the differences for the price, go with the Jordana one. I promise, you won't be disappointed. So that was everything for my recent empties. I feel like I blew through that, but I really hope you guys enjoyed this. If you did, make sure to give it a huge thumbs up, and let me know what you guys have used up recently down below. If you guys want to check out that updated Ulta haul or any of my other recent uploads, just click that little eye right up there, and I'll have them all listed out for you guys, but I also usually have the last 2 videos that I did down in the description box below, as well as links to all of this stuff and the makeup I'm wearing today. But I really hope you guys have a great rest of your day. Thank you so much for watching, as always, and I will see you next time. Bye! Story of my life. I think I counted 11 different bottles of shampoo in my shower last night. I don't know if I should admit that. Ah, lipstick, chapstick, lipstick, chapstick. To work really, really hard. I shouldn't say that. And it just does such. And now I'm thinking, I'm like, I need a new chapstick for my purse. Why have I never bought one of these for my purse? Because I've been having such a hard time finding one to keep, like, in my purse lately.